Okay guys, welcome to the Q&A. Thank you for everyone who posted comments on my Instagram. I'm pleased that people actually asked me questions. I was kind of scared when I posted it. I was like, literally no one's gonna ask questions. I'm gonna look like an idiot. No one wants to know anything about me. I got some great questions and I'm gonna go through those right now. I'm gonna split it up. I said this in an earlier video, but I'm going to do fitness related questions. And then later in another video, I'm going to do non-fitness related questions. I have not looked at these in a while. I have no responses prepared, so I'm just kind of gonna go off the dome and hopefully I don't say anything stupid. But I probably will. So anyways, best food for bulking. That's interesting. I don't know, my go-to I would say is probably peanut butter. When I eat peanut butter, I feel like weight just packs onto me. Obviously, peanut butter is very calorically dense. If you get a heaping spoonful of it, it's like 500 calories. It's ridiculous. So I would definitely say peanut butter for me. I've never had a problem with gaining weight or losing weight. I'm a mesomorph. If you guys are familiar with those terms, ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph, I think. I don't have trouble gaining or losing weight really. So I haven't like really focused on foods I need for bulking. I've just been able to eat a little more and the results can show. Don't know if my question makes sense, but would you drop what you're doing now professionally to focus on fitness full time? I have not thought of that. My initial answer is no. I like my job. I like what I do. I like accounting. However, I am also very passionate about fitness, and I like the marriage between being able to do that and being able to do fitness and balance it, and I like being able to show you guys that I balance it. That's one of my, I think, my selling points. So, have I thought about quitting my job to go full-time in fitness? I have not. How did you get started, and what advice would you tell someone looking to do the same? How did I get started? I would assume he's talking about fitness. I don't know. I've been in sports from a very young age. I've been active from a very young age. I've played every single sport pretty much except hockey and football. And, you know, when you're growing up active, basketball, baseball, soccer, running, it's easier to transition into weight training because you've kind of got the exercise thing down. You're kind of just learning a new method. So when I started lifting junior, senior year of high school, it was an exciting time and it was a very different style of training, but it was easier for me, I guess, than someone who has not lifted at all or really exercised much. If you have not exercised much, I would urge you to do your research, read some books, watch YouTube videos, potentially even get a trainer at a gym. Just go slow with it. Don't try to overdo it. And you will be surprised the results you can see in a short amount of time, especially if you haven't exercised or been someone who exercises much. The results will come like that. It's crazy. Have you ever had any injuries that hindered your workouts, gym related or outside the gym, and how did you work around those injuries? That's an awesome question. Okay, I've had 2 injuries in my life and they've been caused by soccer. My lower back, I pinched something in my lower back in high school, and then I also pulled my hip flexor on my right side. And I did not go to like physical therapy or anything for those. I kind of just took it slow and was able to rehab those and kind of get back to normal. I still feel my hip flexor even till this day, 8 years later, sometimes when I'm squatting, so I have to be careful of it. I think it didn't heal the right way, or maybe I should have done something with it, but I always kind of keep that in mind. But when it comes to actually lifting, funny you say that because my left wrist has been bothering me, and my wrists have never really bothered me with lifting, but I have not had any injuries, knock on wood. I have not had any injuries, so I can't really speak to that. Who's more swole, me or you? You. What are your thoughts around cardio when you're on a lean bulk and or a cut? That's a great question too. Cardio on a lean bulk, I would say see guys, this is so hard to answer because my viewers, I don't know, everyone has different body types, right? One of my viewers may be 130 pounds and freaking 5'6". One of my viewers can be 220 pounds and 5'1". One of my viewers, I mean, so many different types, but I will say, I'll speak in generalities, cardio will not really be needed as much when you're lean bulking, because when you're trying to put on muscle, your body needs those calories. Your lean bulking is associated with gaining weight. Doing cardiovascular exercise is associated with losing weight. So I would say if you're on a lean bulk, some cardio can be beneficial to keep your body fat levels down, especially if you're not eating too clean. But I would say twice a week max And then the other part of it was on a cut. Yes, I think cardio is definitely beneficial because when you're on a cut, it's a numbers game pretty much. It's all about being in a caloric deficit and trying to preserve your muscle as much as possible while losing fat. And you do that by having a clean diet with high protein and pretty low fat and healthy carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates. That's the diet side. And then you have to, you have to be weight training still and then increase that caloric deficit by doing some cardio. How's the journey so far? That's a pretty vague question, but I'll just say it's awesome. What are your top 3 critical elements for achieving and maintaining fitness goals? I.e. specific body fat percentage, certain physical look, or training PRs. I'm gonna have to read that again. I'll try to approach this in this way, and I don't know, maybe my 3 critical elements will change down the line, but I'll say that number 1 is definitely have clarity about what you want to look like. When I was in college, I got made fun of when people would come to my apartment my sophomore year because I had pictures of guys on my fridge, like physiques that I wanted to look like, and people would just be like, dude, why do you have shirtless guys in your fridge? And it's like, I knew what I wanted to look like and I was working towards that. I didn't care if my friends thought I was like weird or whatever, but I would say be clear, like pick someone that you maybe want to look like within being realistic, and just be clear about, potentially the weight that you want to weigh and how you want to look. Maybe not so much the weight you want to weigh because weight is different for everyone, but the look, you just pick the look that you want. That's number 1. Number 2 is don't go to extremes. I say this a lot because I've done this in the past, especially with diet. Try to do something that you can maintain in your life. Getting in the habit going to the gym initially will be hard and it will be foreign to you, and naturally it will be hard to get into that habit, but you will start to realize as you go on and as you work out, it gets easier to go to the gym, maintain a healthy lifestyle, but only if you're able to maintain some sanity and keep your personal life and certain other things that you do outside of the gym current. You can't go too extreme, so I would say that's number 2. And then number 3, I will just say diet first. Focus on your diet and what you're putting in your mouth before the gym. Seriously guys, like I say this and people say it so much, but literally the way you look, like you are made of the food that you put in your mouth. The way that you look, sure you can change the look of your body with lifting, but it's all diet guys. It's like 80% diet. You can't outwork a bad diet, as they say. If you eat extremely healthy and don't go to the gym, you can look really good. However, if you eat really crappy and go to the gym, you can still look like crap. So that says it all right there. So that's number 3, diet. What got me into lifting? I didn't like the way I looked really in high school. I was too skinny, and it's not like I was like super like low on my self-esteem or anything, but I wanted to change the way I looked. I saw some people that I really wanted to look like and kind of admired them, especially like some of the football players in high school and whatnot. And just like, that's kind of what got me into it. And I was in a fitness and conditioning class my junior year of high school, and that kind of opened the door to lifting for me, and I've kind of just loved it since, and I've not been able to get it off my mind. I've been going all the time. How tall are you? I tell people 5'10", but I'm technically like 5'9 3/4". So I'm like 5'9". Your favorite exercise to grow them calves? None. What fitness icon inspired you growing up? Obi Obadike, I'll put a photo of him right here. Dude gets stupid shredded, and I just like would see photos of him and be like, how is it physically possible to get that lean? And like, I was kind of chasing that when I was younger, and it's definitely not healthy, but he's definitely one of the dudes that I looked up to a lot. I would say currently probably Steve Cook. I think Steve Cook's a boss. Fitness in the 40s, best practices for functional fitness and shredding up. Would appreciate your perspectives. Okay. Fitness in 40s, I would say definitely start slow, especially if you haven't been lifting for many years, or you're kind of new to it, trying to change your body composition. I would say focus on diet, but that's for every age. Diet is very critically important, especially as you get older. So I would say even more so for being in your 40s. As you get older, obviously there is potential for more joint issues, and I would say not lifting heavy. I would say doing lighter weights for higher reps. So let's say I don't know, 4 sets of 15 reps with a pretty light weight, and then trying to keep the rest times lower, like 30 seconds to 60 seconds. I think that is ideal for fitness in 40s. Honestly, it's a motivation game. It's what can you enjoy? Do you think you would like a class setting? Maybe you can go take some classes. Like an insanity class. Insanity is a little intense, maybe not that, but there are tons of cardiovascular based classes. There's even weight training classes. I would say just starting small is critical, and not trying to overdo it and lift too much weight. What are some of the best supplements on the market that you would recommend to anyone? Guys, I have never been a big supplement person, ever. So I've said many times, I've lifted for about 7 to 8 years. I just started taking pre-workout about 3 months ago, 3-4 months ago. Like, so that's my opinion on pre-workout. You don't need that crap at all. It's not crap. I've actually found that it really does help, and it's convenient. It's a convenience factor. And there can be some pump product in there to help you get a better pump during your workout that's not in just plain coffee if you're just going for the caffeine. Obviously pre-workout has caffeine in it. But I would say, if I had to call out supplements, I would say, you know, a whey protein is king. Getting whey protein in after a workout, along with carbohydrates after a workout, I would definitely say that's beneficial. And just hit your protein numbers for the day. Food is a supplement. Food. Honestly, food, whey protein, and maybe like pre-workout because it's convenient. BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, which is a simpler form of proteins, I think is beneficial when you're cutting because you're trying to maintain as much muscle mass as you have and not lose muscle. That's where BCAAs kind of come into play. I don't really drink BCAAs, barely do. I'm sorry if you were looking for something more specific, but it's not something big in my life, and I'm able to maintain my physique doing what I do with eating just healthy food, really. So, do you take rest days? And if so, how do you eat on rest days versus workout days? Great question. Yes, I do take rest days. Everyone should take rest days, 110%, and it's different for everyone. I would say it depends how serious you are in lifting and how long you've been lifting. If you've been lifting for a while and you're in pretty good shape, I would say you can get away with 1 rest day a week. And if you're just starting out, I would say maybe 2 to 3 rest days a week. And how does my diet differ? I definitely take in more calories on my workout days. And I don't track this to a T, guys, but I just know naturally the way my body has adjusted, I do eat a little less on non-workout days, just because, you know, I work out pretty hard. One of my sessions, I would guess, burns anywhere between, you know, 600 to 800 calories, even more. So that's energy I'm not burning on a rest day, right? So I don't really need to fuel my body with that unless I want to gain weight. Fitness related kind of. Favorite protein bar brand flavor? That's a good one. I really like Oh Yeah bars. Those are good. And I also like Muscle Farms Combat Crunch bars. Those are really good too. I used to do the pure protein bars. I've kind of gotten away from those. I don't think they taste as good anymore. What's your favorite store to buy workout clothes? Nike, hands down, no questions asked. Don't even talk to me about anything else Nike. Are you natural? Yes, I am natural. All right, guys, I think that's all the fitness questions. There's a ton of non-fitness questions that I'm really excited to answer now. So I will get that one to you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I don't think I went too in depth on any questions, so I'm sorry about that. But if you want even further clarification, you can comment below, and I will try to put my thinking cap on and formulate a better response for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.